you you're good with framework concepts, a page object model, definite interview question. Uh, so why we need to use page object model? What is page object model, and what are the advantages of page object model? So all these questions you can face in the interview. Okay, so get prepared for them. Okay, so are different types of frameworks, and what is a framework, and different types of frameworks. So make sure you are perfect all these concepts, and how to implement also we have seen, right? Now let's see. So this is also we covered, right? Did you implement interface in your automation? Now we need to see this. So where you have used Java OOPS concepts in your automation. This is another common interview question. So what are the OOPS concepts? What are the OOPS concepts?
Encapsulation,
Mm-hmm.
inheritance, polymorphism,
Mm-hmm.
abstraction.
Yeah. So these are the OOPS concepts. So all these OOPS concepts, so encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. So where we can use these concepts in your automation code, so in your automation framework. So let's see one by one. Encapsulation is a, so you know, right? It's a data and code binded together in one class, and that will be data is a private variables, and code will be, a code means a logic or methods in public setter and getter methods are public methods. So here in our automation, every page class follows the encapsulation concept. So the page object model concept, right? That everything will follow this encapsulation process. So the page objects are declared as a private, and respective element methods are defined as a public. So that's the first concept where you can see in the page object model. Then inheritance. So there is a test base class. A test base class is extending to every testng class. So testng class means your logic you will write in your testng class. So in test base class you will just prepare the launching the browser, launching the URL, and closing the browser. So that kind of pre-setup you will do here, and this class you will extend to any testng classes, so that you don't need to write that entire code again in the testng classes. So basically inheritance is applied here. So every class you are extending it to this class. So that's another example for inheritance. Even WebDriver utils also you can extend to normal page classes. So because all the web element methods will be in the WebDriver utils methods, from there you can access directly. If you see this example, public class search test. So just an example, extends a test base. So this is called inheritance. So a test base class is extending to WebDriver utility methods. Every page class will extend to WebDriver utility class. So like this. So public class WebDriver utility extends a test base. So this one you can extend to any page class. So this is a multi-level inheritance. So home page is the child, grandchild, extends to WebDriver utility, and this is called multi-level because WebDriver utility is extended to test base. So this is called multi-level inheritance. So we are using here. Again, So interface concept. So interface concept means, so WebDriver is an interface. So many interfaces are there, right? What are all the interfaces in Selenium? What are different interfaces in Selenium? What are the interfaces you know in Selenium? Can you
Web
list out some
drivers,
of the interfaces?
WebDriver, alerts,
Hmm? What is it?
alerts,
Hmm. Alert.
WebDriver.
WebDriver
Mhm.
you already listed out. Again, you're listing out why.
Mhm. Yeah. Ut-
Hmm?
Utils.
Utils. Utils is in WebDriver. Where you
No,
have seen utils in
no,
WebDriver?
no.
Just another interview question also. What are the different interfaces in Selenium? Hmm? That means you are not reading. I think wasting a lot of time. I have given so much time and you're not utilizing that. Hmm? What is this? So WebDriver,
Web
wait,
element. Web element.
takes a screenshot, JavaScript executor,
Navigation.
so navigation and alert,
Timeout.
time. There is no time.
Timeouts.
Timeout is not an, it's not an interface. It's a class. Timeout exception, not timeout.
Time.
See here all I have listed out
Well,
some of them. Wait interface, JavaScript executor, action interface, take screenshot. So these are all interfaces. So the WebDriver is has an abstract methods which are implemented in a remote WebDriver class. So we are overriding the WebDriver methods in the remote WebDriver class. This is following method overriding, and these are the interfaces. Okay, and polymorphism. Next one. So polymorphism means what? What is meant by polymorphism? Hmm?
One task can be performed in many ways.
Many ways. Good. So that is polymorphism. So if you observe here, WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. This line itself follows a polymorphism concept. It's a what kind of polymorphism? Parent, that reference variable pointing to child class object. So this is called a runtime polymorphism concept. So another method overloading. So if you take a actions class, every method is overloaded. See, click web element, context click web element. And similar way, every method in this actions class is overloaded. And expected conditions class, so many methods are overloaded. See, element to be clickable, by dot locator, locator value. So this is by parameter. But another one, element to be clickable, web element parameter. So there is a different method name same, but parameters are going to be changed. So that is called method overloading concept. So all these are, you have to give examples. If you don't give examples, it's going to be a problem. So make sure every OOPS concept, so where used in your framework, in your automation. That's how you have to relate the Java concept here. So otherwise it's not going to work out. Okay. See, this is the explain your framework. Common question, this one. First interview question, this will be there. Explain your framework means what technologies you are using, what framework you are using, so what build tool you are using, so what programming language, what functional tool you are using, everything you have to explain to them, and your folder structure. That is what the framework explanation. So if you are using a BAD Cucumber, you can explain this. If based on your demand, based on the requirement, you are going to change. So I'll explain you hybrid framework. So you go through this also. This also, if you want to explain as it is, you explain. If you know BDD Cucumber, if the requirement is BDD, okay. So as it is, you can explain this entire folder structures. Okay. So that is the one thing. See, this is the how you can explain. I'll tell you hybrid framework how you need to explain. So we are using a hybrid framework. So hybrid means it is a combination of TestNG, data-driven framework, and page object model design pattern. So we are using Java as a programming language. TestNG is a unit testing framework to design the test cases, and Selenium is a functional test tool. And Maven project we are using Maven build tool, and testng.xml is so where we will use to keep all our classes as a test suits. So then you can give we have a base package, all our page initialization, our browser initialization, browser closing, everything will be there in the base package. And pages component, the pages component which has all the page elements, page classes. Each page class has that page related web elements will be there, and respective methods will be there. Then utils. So utils will be all the utility classes will be there. Under that, utility methods will be like Excel utilities, WebDriver utilities, and some other time utilities. All the utility methods classes will be under util function, util package. So then there is a data package. Under data package, all your data files will be there. Under resources, your configuration files will be there, and reporting files, reporting configurations, and log configurations, and application configuration files. So dot properties files will be there. Then we have a test cases component. Under test cases, all the TestNG classes will be created. Under the TestNG class, we will write our test cases using TestNG annotations. And we are using a page object model design pattern to design the web page elements in pages. So then we have a suits, and all the testng.xml suite files will create for sanity, smoke, and regression purpose. And then we have a pom.xml file where all our dependencies will be there, and also a build section we are going to mention our suite files to run the test cases. So this is the how you need to explain structure, folder structure. And if you're using a BDD, you go with this format. Explain this. So read this and by heart, because this is the one of the topmost interview question. Whatever I explained, that one also prepare. And if it is a BDD requirement, you prepare a BD structure also. Both are mandatory interview question. First interview question, that one only. After our introduction, so this is the question will be there. So don't neglect this. Read multiple times and explain. So what is there in each folder and files? That's the one thing. Yeah, that's all theoretical part, and let's get start creating the framework structure. So we'll create a framework structure, and then we can plan it. Yeah, let's go. So start designing the framework, and let me open. Okay. First, you have to create a Maven project. First, you have to create a Maven project. So this very clearly mentioned here what dependencies you need to add here in our. So very clearly explained here. So if you go here, hybrid framework. So this is the one. If we go here, clearly the structure and everything I have given. So and see what is going each folder and everything we are going to use for this automation. So OpenCart automation is a e-commerce website. So these are all the dependencies you need to add. So very clearly mentioned. First you create a project. Okay, first you create a project. So we'll create a first project. Let's create a Maven project first. So new project. Okay, let's create a Maven project and give hybrid OpenCart project. So basically I'm giving hybrid automation framework, hybrid OpenCart automation. So we want a Maven project. It will create automatically. See Java, Maven, and the project name. So just create. So automatically it will create a Maven project. See, it created a pom.xml with the project name. Okay. So if you don't need this, you can clean out. And we need mainly SRC Java. So this entire package you can remove that. We don't need that. So okay, this entire thing you can remove. Okay, now we're going to work on SRC test Java. So we're going to work on SRC test Java only. SRC main Java we are not going to work anything. So you have to create a packages. But first, before creating packages, let's go to pom.xml. See that there is a properties section. So there is a project information. So this is a project information, and project is ending here. But there is one more, right? So we should include one more dependencies. That's the main thing. So just select dependencies tag. So under dependencies, all the What are the dependencies we need for the form.xml? Selenium dependencies, testng dependencies, and we need so Excel util related, so reports related, extend reports, everything we need here. So those depend, and also uh, screenshot taking purpose, we need another one, take screenshot. So related, uh, copying screenshot from one place to another, we need commons IO dependency. So all these dependencies we need to include under these two tags in between. This is the start tag and this is the end tag. So in these tags in between, we have to include all this. These are the ones. So yeah, I have given direct links. You just need to click and just add that. Just click on this, open in new tab, and go to select a new Selenium version. So which Selenium version? This is October 25th. They released this version. So you can take this one, 3.8. So copy this and paste it here. Okay, so here you refresh. That means it is going to add all the Selenium jars under this. Here you can find that. See, it will come. See, all the Selenium jars came here. Okay, so these are all Selenium jars. See, open. So okay, arg.open here Selenium. See, these are all Selenium related jar files downloaded automatically. That's a Maven powerful, so Maven build tool. It downloads all the required dependencies to our project. Next, so this is done. Close this and go to next one, testng. Click on. So in the new window, so you go take the latest one. Copy this. Just if you select, automatically it will copy. And go here and paste it. Save it and see, you will get M refresh. Sync Maven changes. This is the sync Maven changes. So automatically testng will be downloaded under this external libraries, so that you can use all the testng classes, interfaces, everything. If the dependency is there, if the dependency is not there, it won't show. Next one. So close this and similarly add this also. So these are so for all commons IO. Basically, this commons IO will be used for uh, file utils. So file copying purpose you will use. Similarly, one more copy from here. So here so just you can copy this and similar way all the, so these jar files include this. So Apache POI is used for Excel writing, reading data. If you want to read from Excel files, you need this Apache POI libraries. If you want to write the data to Excel sheets, and these are the dependencies you need. So these two dependencies also you need. You should know each dependency, what is the purpose. Take this and copy these latest versions we are taking. So one by one dependency, let's copy that. And one more also you add. Apache POI libraries are used. They will ask which dependency you have used for reading the data from Excel sheets. So one after the other you paste it, save it, and then click on sync sync button you click on. So whatever you are getting here. So these versions will be downloaded under external libraries. These are all external libraries. For your project, these are the supported libraries or dependencies we need. So if you want to work, if you need this package classes, you need to add that dependency here. So that's why we are adding all of them. Next, so log4j. If you're using for logging, you want to log. Not till now we are using a reporter.log, right? The test ng1. You can use a reporter.log, but you want your own specific log. You can use that. So this is the beta version. If you want, you can take a beta version. Otherwise, you can take a constant one. So this is the constant one. If you want, you can take this also. If you don't want any beta. Beta means it's under testing. So next one also you copy, but we are not going to use this logging, but yeah, so you can add if you need, but we are going to use extend report logging we are going to use, but not necessary this one. If you need, keep it, otherwise clean up if you don't need. So next one is, see, this is the one, chain test. This is the extend report one. So they will ask what kind of report you are using. That's another question. So you have to say extend report chain test reporting we are using. So just for this test ng. So just copy paste that. You will get a nice reporting capabilities. With this, even logging you can do, screenshots you can take, everything you can do that. Next one. So please set up this framework. If you want, you can do along with me also now. Just creating a project, adding all this one by one. So it doesn't take much time, stuff, just watching. Next one, Allure reports. If you need Allure reports, you can just paste this also. So this is also another reporting mechanism, but we are using only this one. We are not going to use this. So these are the reporting capabilities. This is the complete dependencies. See, now you got a dependencies folder. See, dependencies, and this is the properties information, and one more will be there, build section. These are all the different sections in the pom.xml. Pom.xml is the heart of your Maven project. So pom.xml is the heart of your Maven project. So it will be there dependencies, it will be properties, it will be a build section. So the build section also will add. So let me take it from previous one. I'll just add this build section. Yeah, so just add this build section. Okay, this entire build section you need to paste it here. Okay, did copy. Why it's missing? Just copy this build section, entire build section. So I'll give this build section to you. Add this build section. So in the build section, see the suite file testng.xml. So testng.xml you need to include, and there are two plugins here. So Maven compiler plugin, Maven Surefire plugin will be there under build section. So what the role of these two plugins? So Maven compiler plugin will compile the entire code of your project. So Maven Surefire plugin will help you to execute your all testng.xml classes one by one. So that's the purpose of these two plugins. See, you can mention n number of suit files here under this. See, suit file start tag, end tag, and some individual suit files you can mention here. And all whatever you mention, you can create a smoke, regression, sanity, right? All you can mention here. So one by one it will execute. So that's the purpose of this. A build section is a mandatory section for so your test execution. So these are the different sections, right? Properties section, dependencies section, build section. These are all crucial steps. So without these steps, your project is not going to work out. So now project creation is done. We included all the dependencies. Now let's go and create a packages under this. So test Java, we need one more resources. Let's create a resources folder under test Java. So I'll create a one more folder, new directory, resources. That is missing. We should have a resources folder here also, like src main Java resources, src test Java one, and test resources is another one. So resources you should have here also. So that also we included. Under this resource, we are going to keep our properties files. All the configuration properties files, you are going to keep it here. So one by one we can create under that. So now let's create a packages under this Java. So what is the package? So if you see our so the structure of our, see that com.qr.opencard. So first factory, under this factory you have a WebDriver factory and test base classes will be there. Then we have a pages, test cases, utils, and so then all the data also you can add here itself. And then configurations, suits you can create under resources. So this is the old one, but yeah, we can change, but the package structure will be like this. Basically com.qa. Your project name dot, this is the last one is a common thing. Okay, so that structure let's create a one by one. So we'll create a one by one packages. So com.qa.opencard. So factory. So first a factory package will create. So how you need to create? So right click on the Java and you just queue a package, create a package. You just queue com.qa.opencart.factory. So com.qa.opencart is common. So copy this and just create it. So again go here, new package you create. So the second one, pages, right? So create pages. Now see, this is a common thing, it will be there. Now all the packages will be created. Right click, create a new package, one more. So that is test cases. And next one, so utilities. So utilities. Then we have data package also. So all the data will go here. So this is the how you need to explain your, if they ask you to explain your framework structure, you have to give these structures. There will be more, okay, there will be more. Again, reports also you can put. So under this project we are going to create a reports, logs, and all those things. So now under these packages, one by one we have to create. So one by one we have to create. So here data files will go here, and here we have a, so two classes. So we are going to create those two classes. One is a test base class and one is a WebDriver factory class. So WebDriver factory class, so we are going to use to set the browser options and launching the browser, closing the browser, launching the application. All this will be under this package. Then pages, all the page classes. So each page, one page class you will create. Then test cases. So based on these pages, you will create a test cases. Then utilities, all the WebDriver utilities, Excel utilities, so time utilities. So all the utility classes will go here. Under resources, so you're going to create under resources. So there will be a configuration files, all properties files, dot properties files will be there. So there is a config.properties file, log4j, and chain test properties, and allure properties. All these properties files will be kept under here. Okay, so this is another resources will be placed under this. So let's create a one by one resources. So what resources we need? We need a config.properties file. So you give config.properties file. So this is the dot properties file. So add all the dot properties file. So I'll give you all this. So you can just see these are the our properties files. So these properties. So what is your application URL you are using? Different application URLs you will put it here. So you are going to use this one. So you can use this application URL, right? So we are using this one to. So this is the open cart automation for. So for your automation purpose, you can use this website. Okay. So that is the one. Next we have a reporting purpose, chain test dot properties. So this is all the chain test reporting. Your reporting. So this you don't need to do anything here. So it automatically takes care of your reporting. Just copy paste this entire thing. So just create a new